What if I told you the best way to play Hades is to know as little about it as possible? That sounds backwards, especially for a roguelike, but the less you know going in, the more Hades rewards your curiosity. Every run becomes an experiment, every failure teaches you something new, and before you realize it, you've learned the game without anyone ever telling you how. So what even is Hades? Released in 2020 by Supergiant Games, Hades is an action-packed roguelike where you play as Zagreus, the son of Hades, as you try to escape the underworld. Every run is different, the rooms change, the enemies change, the gods who offer their blessings change, and even your entire strategy changes depending on what the game gives you. Now, all of this can be a little overwhelming at first. You die, start again, and every time nothing stays the same. But what if I told you Hades' beauty isn't entirely about progressing as far as you can? It's about learning what the world of Hades has to offer. So why is it the perfect first roguelike? While most games treat knowledge like a reward, Hades treats it as gameplay. What I mean by that is Hades isn't a game about escaping the underworld, it's a game about escaping your own ignorance. Every run, you're not just making Zagreus stronger, you're becoming a better player. The weapon hasn't changed, the abilities haven't changed, you have. And realizing that, eventually getting to the point of choosing your own difficulty, that's the most rewarding part of the game. Think back to your very first run. If you haven't played yet, imagine you're first from a different game. Every door was a mystery. Every boon felt like a gamble. You weren't choosing the best option, you were choosing the one that looked the coolest. And somehow, that's what made it fun. There wasn't a right answer because every mistake taught you something. Every successful run taught you even more. And without realizing it, you slowly started making better decisions. That's when Hades changes. The game doesn't become easier because your upgrades are stronger. It becomes easier because you fully understand it. Here's why Hades is so satisfying. The moment Zagreus dies, your run may be over, but every return to home base, the story continues. Characters remember what happened, they react to your victories and your failures, all the way down to how you died. New conversations appear, relationships grow, upgrades become available, and the world of Hades continues to move forward. And because of that, every run earns more value. Maybe you didn't escape, maybe you only made it to Asphodel. It doesn't matter. You either learned a new enemy attack, found a new boon, unlocked a keepsake, met a new character, or simply discovered a strategy for next time. Progress isn't measured by how many bosses you defeat. It's measured by how much you understand. The farther you get in other games, the more you learn. In Hades, when you don't get far, you're still learning. And in my opinion, that's what makes failure stop feeling like failure. Because instead of asking, how did I lose, you start asking, what can I do next time? Then just when you start to get the hang of it, the game throws something completely new at you. One run you stumble across a Daedalus hammer that completely changes how your weapon plays. The next, a mysterious gate appears with an offer you just can't fully understand yet. Then you get a duo boon and character keepsakes, along with so many interactions the game never tells you about. The important part isn't actually knowing what any of those things do, it's discovering them. Because under every new mechanic you find, a new layer of Hades becomes playable. That's why the game is so difficult to put down. It's not just chasing one more escape attempt, it's chasing the next surprise. As a new player, don't get too overwhelmed with all this information. If you take away one thing from this video, it's to enjoy Hades at your own pace, and to always know that sometimes you progress in ways you can't see. Anyways, that's all for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you end up giving Hades a shot, let me know how it is in the comments. I try to respond to every comment, so make sure you leave one, and I'll get to reading it. Make sure you like and subscribe. Bye!